Franklin. I was the visual effects supervisor of Interstellar.
And I'm Andrew Lockley, and I'm the internal supervisor for Interstellar.
First of all, your work on the film, the visual effects are fantastic. When you first got presented with the project and you're meeting with Mr. Nolan and he's telling you what he wants to accomplish, at any point did you say no?
No, we never said no. And the reason why is that we've worked with Chris for a long time. We've been doing the visual effects on his film since Batman Begins. So we've got a pretty good idea of what he's going to want. He's got a pretty good idea of what we're going to be able to do. And so we're very much in tune all the way through. I mean, I'll tell him if things are going to be harder or easier, but there wasn't really anything that Chris asked us to do on this film that we weren't able to give him some kind of positive answer. But of course, you know, the visual effects, the job of the visual effects supervisor is to persuade the client that what they're looking at is what they asked for.
Ah, there it is. That's the truth.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Well, talk specifically about the IMAX format, because one of the things I love about Nolan's work is the way he embraces the large screen and just IMAX. I love full screen IMAX. Talk a little bit about working with that format and the challenges of doing VFX with that large screen.
Well, the reason for choosing IMAX is that we're telling a very, very big story, and IMAX gives us the largest possible canvas with which to do that. You know, the resolution, the clarity, the brilliance of the image is unparalleled. There's nothing else to match the quality of IMAX. In terms of the technical challenges, obviously you're dealing with a much, much larger picture. Far more pixels, 23 million pixels, I think.
5.6K we render out at.
Yeah, so it's a very, very large image. That means you've got to have a lot of extra servers, you've got to have lots of more computers to render stuff, and you can't really look at the stuff until you put it onto an IMAX print and film it out, and project it, because there aren't any digital projectors or screens that can show 5.6K. So it takes a while to tune in. The good thing for us is that this is our third time round. We did 2 of the Dark Knight movies in IMAX, so this is our third go. And this is the biggest IMAX film we've ever done. We've got well over an hour of IMAX in the finished film compared to Dark Knight, where we only had about 25 minutes.
Sir, I am well aware. I'm full force. So obviously this is the moment where Mr. Nolan told both of you to tell me what he's doing next.
Chris plays it very close to his chest. You know, he's not going to tell anybody what he wants to do until he's ready to tell everyone. And you know, I'm sure he's away thinking about stuff right now, coming up with something truly amazing that'll blow us all away.
Has he emailed you guys and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about fire. What can we do with fire?"
Well, I tell you, no. And the reason why is, as everybody knows, Chris Nolan does not have an email.
Right. You know, I heard that, but is that actually true?
Yep.
Really?
It is
no
true.
Mobile, no email.
No mobile, no email. So you have to know the special channels to get to it.
I understand. He's like Bill Murray with the 800 number, but he'll answer.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
I definitely want to know, though, about VFX. What is right on the horizon that might be a technical challenge that everyone's been trying to overcome that you're about to finally get over the mountain? Is there something like that?
Well, I mean, obviously the holy grail of visual effects is to make photorealistic humans that can be close to camera as you are to me right now. But from one of the things that we learned about on this film is that we were creating visual effects simultaneously with the production of the movie. We did, when you look at the shots inside the spacecraft, looking out the window, looking at things going past the window, we did that live on the set. We created all the content up front during pre-production and then front projected it out of the windows. So the actors were looking at the same thing that you see in the cinema later on. And that meant that the design process of the visual effects was happening simultaneously with the rest of the film. And that was a real revelation for me, and that's something I think we'll see more and more of.
But it's becoming a bit of a trend. I think we have 2 projects in at the moment that are both going to require live visual effects on the set, so that they're getting it in camera. And then if it doesn't work out later, you can replace it. But as happened on this film, it worked out, and there's a lot of shots in the movie that have no post-production in them. They're in camera. So.
Which leads me to my next question. What are you 2 working on right now? What is coming up?
You're working on something now?
Yeah, I'm working on a Tim Burton project right now. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to tell you what it is.
Okay, this seems like the trend.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Absolutely. Secrecy.
Yeah, but it's a very cool project.
Is it called Beetlejuice 2?
It is not called Beetlejuice 2.
I have to throw that out there. What?
And I'm taking it easy. I was working pretty hard for a very long time on Interstellar, so I'm just between shows right now. See what comes up.
I am curious though, what have you seen this year with VFX that really rocked you? That said, wow, I wish I did that one?
For me, because I'm from a compositing background, I love the slow-mo around the kitchen in X-Men.
Yeah, the kitchen scene in X-Men is
It's
pretty amazing.
That's like one of those dream sequences that you would want to do that and sort of say that was my sequence. That blew me away. That one. It's so well put together.
Yeah, it's just great filmmaking, full stop. You know, and that's the most you can hope for, really, and the best you'll ever get is great filmmaking.
I'm going to say congratulations on the work on Interstellar. It really is fantastic work, and I look forward to what you're doing with Mr. Nolan next.
Thank you very
Thank you very much.